Okay, back to what I was doing. Okay. I feel like there has to be some sort of shedding at the point of injury. I also feel like we can make medicine to identify that shedding. Okay, so when HIV is in a cell, I feel like it's completely, for the most part, covered by a cell. It's completely encapsulated by that cell, right? Except for the point that it goes into the cell. So, in order for a cell, so also, yeah, that's a good one. If you have HIV inside a cell, can we make our cells get the HIV out the cell? Not only can we identify with medicine where the HIV is inside the myeloid cell, but can we make the myeloid and the this is this amnesia and the other type monocyte derived macrophage. Okay, can we make these cells get it out? Is there something that we can do besides like how the CD4 works, which is basically how it works, is it doesn't allow it into the cell in the first place without there's nothing for it to reciprocate. And then when it's harmonious enough, if you have this CD4s, I mean if you have that stuff, it's harmonious enough and there's homeostasis enough inside the body that allows those cells to come out. How search a song. How does HIV escape myeloid cells? So it maintains low levels of cytosolic viral DNA. Several sources of DNA damage, such as oxidative stress, radiation, low chromosomes, and hyperactivity on oncogene signaling, and chemotherapies. indeed pox viruses. Pox viruses. No, 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 no. We specifically detect HIV-1 DNA inside nuclear, but not in the cytoplasm. Okay. So I think inside these myeloid cells, it still interacts, and it's still living and spewing inside these cells. That's where like the inflammation comes from, and the cancers come from, and things of that nature. And that's why when you have HIV, it has a hard time getting rid of like the cancers and the pneumonias and the things like that, because it's still in there and it's still interacting. I'm not having that hard of a time with this. What are you talking about? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I mean, and then another thing, like, well, we really can't detect HIV everywhere in the body because it hides inside the cells. I mean, is it possible that you could use light therapy? I mean, to detect, okay, so, but we know that it's in there. I mean, is it possible that you can use light therapy to push medicine in that area too? But then it doesn't want to come out, and how do you put it in? How do you get the medicine inside the cell? How do you get medicine inside of a cell for HIV? Okay, HIV variant RNA and various enzymes, including reverse transcriptase, integrase, ribonuclease, and proteins are injected in the cell. Okay. Okay, so drugs get into cells. Tested and testable predictions to help determine between transporter mediated uptake and bilayer diffusion. Lipodiol. Okay, lipids will diffuse either into or out from the separated phases in the fluid bilayer of some exchange mechanism, or provided that the border between the different domains presents an obstacle to lipid diffusion. The lipids will encounter restrictions in their translational motion. Simple passive diffusion occurs when small molecules pass through the lipid bilayer of a cell membrane. Okay. How drugs get into cells. Tested and testable prediction to help discriminate between transport and mediate uptake and lipid bilayer diffusion. So we can get HIV medicine into the cells. I think it might be risky. What I'm thinking is that's where we're at, and that's why we don't do it, right? Yeah, if you put it into all the cells, you would have completely different DNA. But you're having different DNA. Now, no, you would have some completely different thing. So, the medicine really needs to know the cells that it's targeting. See, because with modern medicine that we have now, what happens is the solution goes through all your body and becomes a solution, and then it kills it. As it replicates, it comes back out, and then we up the immune system to a normal or viable percentage with that. Okay, so those are two really great responses. Now that we've done some research and we looked at some stuff and we have some options and we understand a little bit, let's look at this again. Let's see. We have so we have Can we get HIV medicine into a cell? That's not what I asked you. Can HIV medicine enter a cell? It's not a fucking hard question. Can HIV medicine enter a cell? So if we have HIV medicine that interacts with, that's a good one. If you have HIV medicine that interacts with the cytoplasm of a cell, let me see. HIV medication interaction with cytoplasm. Cytoplasm of a cell. I mean, salt can get in there, so why can't HIV medicine get in there? HIV medication interaction with cytoplasm. So, okay, so maybe we can design a drug that, drugs that can enter myeloid cells. Drugs that can enter myeloid cells. How do you get medicine into a myeloid cell? So, we're having a huge argument if I'm Lauren or not, and I just wanted to tell you that I've obviously already thought about putting medicine in the cytoplasm of a cell. A long time ago. I've done a lot of research, and I think that my research is indicative of this, and will show that. And I'm really tired of people trying to say I am somebody because they think that they're going to get a step up in the world and be some Billy badass and live a fucking luxurious fucking life, even though you guys all have fucking schizophrenia. Every single one of you that traumatized me, guaranteed have schizophrenia. Guaranteed you're not right in the head. Guaranteed you're delusional. Guaranteed. Just letting you know. And it's continual. It doesn't end. It does not fucking end for me. And she's still traumatizing me and giving me an infection in my lymph nodes because she's like, I'm in her. I'm like, I definitely took you over for carrots, bro. I definitely took you over like multiple times. I've already said this. I've already talked about this. I've already talked about this. We know that it has to go into a cell to get the AIDS out, dumbass. It's not the first time I worked on myeloids. I pressed this to the point that it was only fucking in myeloids.
And honestly, my answer probably was let the fucking myeloids come out and give it fucking CD, give it, do with the stem cells or the fucking drug releases. So when it comes out, then it enters and do it, imitate. My original answer was you must imitate the 35 fucking shit. It's like literally every single thing I do. I can't make a meal without these Mexicans traumatizing me, telling me that I cook like them and I'm in them, and I'm like, I can't fucking sit in. I cannot pick my own seat. I cannot pick my own fucking seat. I cannot sit down without somebody telling me, oh, I made you sit there. I cannot fucking walk a certain direction without, oh, I walk that way. I cannot bathe my body without somebody saying, I made her take that. I cannot read a fucking book without somebody saying, I made you read that. I cannot research a fucking idea without somebody saying, oh, that's mine. I cannot cure fucking HIV without somebody sitting there and saying, I did that. I'm the one who did that. I did that. I'm the one who did that. Oh, it's mine. I cannot watch a fucking program without somebody saying, I'm the one who made you watch that. I'm the one who picked that. Do you see how, like, mentally, like, oh my fucking god, no wonder I sit here and do absolutely fucking nothing all day. I don't want to be like anybody. I can't imagine myself like you. Like, I have no choices. I have no rights. If I took this to, I mean, I'm not lying to you. Like, I've literally, like, tried to talk about the technology that we're under with the police and tell them, like, this stuff is happening. And people are out here stalking me, and they're like, do you need to go to a mental health clinic? Like, are you having, like, a mental crisis? Like, I'm sitting over here saying that people are, yelling out their fucking window that they're killing, like, people and, like, prostituting, children and shit, and, like, they're literally yelling us into the fucking streets, and they're like, oh, nothing we can do about it. Like, literally, I'm the only fucking person. Like, do you think that, like, okay, like, such a simple concept, like, I haven't thought about making sure that medicine gets into the fucking, into cells? Like, you have, like, such a simple idea of, like, life. Like, do you think out of a million fucking, like, concepts, I didn't think about that one? Do you think that I haven't, like, progressed HIV research here to the point that we're literally, like, we're literally so close to a cure that it's not even, like, it's nearly fundamentally doesn't fucking exist? Do you think that HIV would have been cured without me? Do you think that me being, like, an alien and experimented on, do you think that when I was experimented on, I didn't think about putting medicine into fucking cytoplasm? Like, do you think that I didn't just read about cytoplasm? Like, didn't I just read about cytoplasm? And they're like, oh, like, do you think that's not processed in my brain? Do you think that, like, out of, like, why I have so much amnesia is because I process, like, 10,000 fucking sentences. Like, I forgot what they said. I was, like, 40,000 sentences at a time, like, in one instance. Like, do you think out of these 40,000 sentences and ideas that my brain is processing, I don't think about shit like that? It's not in my subconscious. It's not in my reality. It's not about me. It is. It's definitely about me.